Hey guys, I am Lindsay Teague Moreno, and I'm so excited to be here. I am coming to you live to talk to you guys about 6 social media hacks to help you grow your authentic and organic following. I'm going to walk you guys through 6 hacks that I've noticed as I take kind of a look at the landscape of what's going on in social media, how are entrepreneurs using it. Here are 6 hacks that you guys can use to help grow a following. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and say hey to you guys. Hi, how are you? I'm super excited to be here. Thanks for being a part of this. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about me and who I am. I've got a whole presentation for you guys, and we'll kind of walk through that as well. So the number one question that I get from people is, hey, hey, Lindsay, how do I get new followers? They feel like, oh, what I'm doing is not working to get new people. Hey, Lindsay, my market is saturated. There's too much competition. Everyone is doing what I'm doing now. And so I need new followers in order to sell more product, which makes sense. Yes, you do. Yeah, you will always need new customers to sell more product. And that will continue to be a problem, right? Because you will continue to have more, right? More inventory, more things that you're doing, offering more product to more people. So you will always have to scale like that. You will always have to be looking out for new customers, which is great. So how do I get new followers? And my answer to that question is, hey friends, you need to write content that your current followers share. So it's not really about what hashtags do you use? Did you post at the perfect time? Does your hair look perfect today? Are you a size 2? Those things help. They're not everything. The real everything is that you're writing content that your current followers will want to share with other people to help you grow your business, and you're doing it consistently. Okay. So I'm going to actually tell you guys that I got all of this information from a social media workshop that I did this year. It was called the Social Media Takeover, and we did it in person. We had 300 people there. It was unbelievable. We have 99% of the people that came gave it like 5-star rating. Really, really good. So like the feedback has been amazing. It really does, the things that we're talking about really are going to help people grow a business, which I love. But the Social Media Takeover was originally just an in-person class, and we have decided to offer it online. And so this is like a little portion from that class that I'm going to teach you guys. And in that class, you're actually going to get 365 prompts to help you with a post every single day of 2019. You're going to get some talks on how to tell a good story, on how to use different apps to make your feed look really, really good, on what your brand should say, on what your personality type is and how that comes across to other people on social media. And really it's going to be, you'll get lifetime access to it, but for $80 early bird special and $100 regular price, you're going to get more than that value in just the prompts to help you with your social media. Because what I really would like is for you guys to monthly batch your social media. So that looks like this. Oh, it's December now, and I want to write all of my January posts now so that they're ready to go. And then they automatically will post for me in January. So then I'm staying consistent without having to worry about it at all in January. The only thing I have to do in January is batch February or batch March if I can get ahead, right? So that's what the Social Media Takeover is. We had so much fun. I loved it. We're going to offer it online. You can get information about that at lindsaytmevents.com, lindsaytmevents.com. That class will start January 14th. You'll get lifetime access, and it's $80 this week, and then it's going to go back up to 100, and that's where it will stay. And we're going to continually offer this because it was such a hit. We really, really did love it. It was really fun. So that's the Social Media Takeover, and that is where all of this content is from. It's kind of just like an offshoot of that. All right, so the next question that I want to address is why you should take social media advice from me. If you're smart, and I know you guys are, you should be constantly asking yourself, why would I take this person's advice? Constantly putting everyone up to a certain standard that you're going to expect from anyone that you're going to take advice from. Okay, so I recently started a business about 5 years ago, and that business has taken off. And I did that business completely online. I grew that business online. Everything that I did was online. All my writing was online. I did not do in-person classes. I didn't get people to come to my house. I didn't chase people down. I didn't ask people to say no to me 9 times. I didn't do any of that. I did it 100% through social media. And that business total sales this year is $307 million. So there is a bunch of potential on social media for you to get exactly what you want out of your business. You just have to do it. And the thing is that we all actually know what we're supposed to be doing. Creating good content and being consistent, that's not rocket science. I'm not telling you anything you don't know already. I'm just going to make it easier for you to do those things. Okay. So that business really did grow. So here's some information about that business. So this year, our biggest month was November. We had $37 million in sales that month. We've 22% growth even in our going into our 6th year here. And our member count is 520,000 people. It's big. It's really big. It started with 1 and now it's this. But we are replicating down the line. And this business is not any different than any business. Okay. So, being a salesperson of a product that's not yours and being a salesperson of a product that is yours, it all works the same on social media to me. Okay. I will tell you that the best way to make that happen is to create a social media feed that's just about you so that people can connect with you and trust you. And that trust will get them to buy whatever your product is, right? They may come for something totally different. When I talk about photography and scrapbooking and makeup stuff, that has nothing to do with the product that I sell or sold. But it has to do with me and the things that I like and the things that are important to me, right? And so people will connect to that. Oh, there's this person that came and they found me through this makeup tip that I gave. And then they saw me sell my Boss Up box or sell my stock photography or sell my classes, whatever it was. And then they joined from there. So the best thing that you can do is to, number 1, qualify all of the people that you're going to take advice from. But number 2, really buckle down and focus on your social media. Okay. So, here is some information, since I gave you some information on money, then here's some information on the income disclosure statement from Young Living. This is the company, that I receive my main paycheck from. I've got a bunch of other businesses on the side, but when I talk about Young Living stuff, I got to talk about this too. So there's your income disclosure statement. So you can actually see people are actually making money in this MLM. Go figure. Okay. So I want to get right into the tips. So the first tip for you is number 1, get out of your own freaking way. Get out of your own freaking way. We need to stop with the low self-worth, with the success envy, with taking everybody or nobody's advice, with blending in on purpose, overcomplicating our strategy, or giving up too early. These are all things that I see people do, and it derails their business. So rather than being able to focus on what you know you're supposed to be doing and letting that work for you, we stand in our own way and we self-sabotage so that it can't work. And then we're more upset. It makes it worse. It's like a downward spiral. So if you know that you have low self-worth and self-worth is a problem for you and something that you have to work on, you should know that that is something that you need to do now. Because as your business grows and you get further down the road, that self-worth problem is not going to go away. And you guys, having low self-worth is like putting on a backpack of bricks to hike a mountain, to like hike the mountain of your life. You put on a backpack of bricks and you're walking up. Of course you're going to go slower than everyone else. You don't believe you can do it, right? Of course it's going to take longer. Of course you're always going to be broke. You don't believe that you can have the money, that you deserve the money, that fill in the blank, whatever it is, right? And so of course people are flying past you on the path up. You have a self-worth issue. Self-worth will destroy your business and it will destroy your ability to be wealthy. Your self-worth is so connected to everything, every good thing that you have. So you need to work on that if you know that that's an issue for you. Same thing with success envy. If you find yourself constantly being envious of other people's success, you've believed this lie that there's only a certain amount of success for it to go around and that those people have just taken another piece out of that pie pan. And when you get there, they might not have any success left. How crazy does that sound when you say it out loud, right? That is not real. That's not true. Yes, success is a pie. Your piece is waiting for you. It's going to taste different than everyone else's piece because your journey there is different and you are different and what you like is different. So don't believe the lie that her success is your failure, because her success has nothing to do with you. Stop making it all about you. I do it all the time. The same thing with other people that have their crap together, right? They like have their crap together at me. I take it real personally when other people have super clean houses and my house looks like a shit show, right? That is my own self-worth issue. Has nothing to do with them and everything to do with me. So that's something I have to work on. If you know you have one of these issues, you have to work on them first, because it's the first thing and the biggest thing that will derail your business is having any one of these issues. Work on them. Go get counseling. Do whatever you have to do to get over yourself so that you can get out of your own way, okay? Number 2, put your face in your feed. You guys see all of these little screenshots? These are screenshots from live videos that I do. Some of them I look haggard. Some of them are straight out of bed. Some of them I have makeup on. I do not care. Okay? If you do not put your face in your feed, you're going to have a hard time growing it. People want to know who they're talking to, who's talking to them, what do they look like? We connect with each other by looking at each other in our eyes, right? There's something about our eyes. People need to be able to see you and see me as we talk. Me talking over this slide is even an example of that. You guys will connect more to the information if you can see my face. You can see my eyes as I'm talking to you, as I'm getting intense about it. So put your face in your feed on your lives, your photos, your stories, your selfies, behind the scenes stuff, you guys. I'm not to put together. I'm not. But I will put my face in my feed anyway. I don't care. If somebody's like, oh my gosh, at least I don't look like that, then great. Then great, right? So make sure that you are doing good at putting your face in your feed, because that's the thing that actually is going to connect people to you. The next thing we want to talk about is connected to that, and that is vanity over everything. Over everything, otherwise known as the art of the selfie. I had a friend of mine, Liz, tell me one time that she owns a business that makes videos. And she told me that she always tells her team, vanity over everything. It's okay to want to look good in your pictures that you post. That is okay. It's acceptable. It's normal. We all do it. I don't want to post pictures of myself looking haggard. Sometimes I just don't have the energy to make myself up, right? And so I do it anyway, and I've gotten used to it. But the first time I did it, I was super freaking scared. So that's okay too. So just make sure that you're putting your face in your feed, and vanity is everything. So I'm going to teach you guys how to take a proper selfie. So a lot of people will take selfies from below, right? And we're like, I don't know, it's an okay picture, right? I've got like 17 chins, but whatever. So they take pictures from here. But really, you should be taking your pictures from up here at this angle. When you angle your phone downwards and you lift it just a touch above your head, not like this, okay? We're not taking pictures of the top of our heads, and we're not looking like this. That looks weird. But if you do it like this, almost straight on, with just a touch of a tilt, it's going to get rid of all of this. It's going to make you look a little bit thinner, a little bit less chins, and I promise you will like that angle of that photo better. And when you like a photo better, you're more likely to post it. I need you guys to be posting pictures of your face. So there you go, the art of the selfie. Check. The next thing we're going to talk about is the art of the self-portrait versus the selfie. Okay, so like a self-portrait is a little bit different in a selfie in that, yes, you're going to be taking it yourself, but a selfie is pretty self-explanatory, right? You just take your phone, pull it out, and take a picture of yourself wherever you are. The background is not usually important in a selfie. A self-portrait, however, is going to be a little bit different. It's where you get a little bit creative with your phone to take a picture of yourself. Here's an example. So on the left, this is my selfie. I was at the Hall of Breakfast in Utah, and I was in a big pink ball pit. And of course, I'm going to take pictures in a big pink ball pit, right? So the picture on the left is just a selfie, straight on. This is what we do when we take selfies. Then I decided, all right, what if I hold down the exposure button or the click button, whatever, for your phone, the picture on your phone, and then fall backwards. You know, it takes like 700 pictures of you if you just hold it down. So I just held it down and then I fell backwards into the pit. So it just kind of looked like this, right? I held the phone like this. I held down the portrait button and then I fell backwards with it. And that picture is the picture on the right, okay? So that's the self-portrait. It's just a little bit different than a selfie in that you get a little bit more creative. You find ways to make your pictures a little bit different, right? So maybe you need to get a tripod. Let me show you mine. Here's mine, a little phone tripod. You know, I can make it bigger or smaller, and I just keep it near my desk. And then I can take pictures of myself working. You're going to be using your timer button a little bit more when you start doing self-portraits. But I really would beg you to think outside the box about how you can take pictures of yourself that are a little bit more interesting, that have a little bit more of a story to be told there. If you're not following Allie Edwards, she does a great job of showing you how to intersect. She like loves the intersection between stories and pictures, right? And she'll show you how to do that. I love her. She's a keynote speaker at the social media event. So another reason that you guys should definitely get in there. So think about the differences between a selfie and a self-portrait. And if you have some time, think about how can you make yourself a self-portrait today rather than just a selfie so that you can get yourself into your feed. Putting your phone low, for example, putting it high, putting it outside, taking a picture in, whatever you need to do to get a little bit more of an interesting shot, that will help people want to read what you write, right? If it's always the same thing, they're going to start scrolling. But if you can get creative about how you present yourself on social media, people will stay around. They'll want to see, I like this picture. I want to see what you're saying, kind of a thing. Okay. So that's self-portrait versus selfie. All right. Number 3 is to use the right apps. The 3 apps that I use the most every single day are a color story, preview app, and smart hash. A color story, preview app, and smart hash. And I'm going to try to actually show you with my phone on how you can use all of these things, especially a color story. So a preview app and smart hash, I'm actually going to walk through on the social media takeover for you guys so that you guys can actually see how to use those there. But I want to show you how I would edit a photo in color story. Let me just pull this up real quick for me. Here we go. All right. All right, so you guys should be able to see my phone here. Sorry about all of the notifications, and I don't know what's going to come through here, so woohoo! All right, so a color story is over here on the left-hand side. This is what it looks like. And when that pulls up, this is a photo editing app, so I have to try pop. It says, go get the perfect amount of pop to your color. Well, I'm definitely going to do that. Purchase pack. Of course I am. Should I be doing this with you guys? Probably not. It's all right. I'm going to do it anyway. I want to see that pack. I'll use it for the first time with you. Okay. Now, first thing I'm going to do is pull up a picture. So here's all the pictures that I put into my feed earlier. Let's see here. I'm going to edit. I'm going to edit this photo right here. Took it the other morning. Super cute. It just needs a little tweak to make it look even better, okay? So here's how I do this. I always keep it the same portraiture. You can turn it to square if you want to. I let Instagram do that for me. And then the first thing I usually do is go over here to Tools in the middle, and I click Tools, and then I click the Adjust button. And the first place I always go is Curves. So Curves is a little bit, it's something that you're gonna have to experiment with a little bit. So here's how I do my curves. I like my photos to be light and bright with bright colors, okay? So I don't wanna wash them out. If I went up here, I'd wash everything out. See how that looks? If I bring it back down, it's too dark, right? And if I slide this little ball up or down, you'll see it gets darker and lighter. So I want to add some light here, but not too much. And you can see it makes that curved line. That's why it's called curves. So there you go. Okay, curves. And then I'm going to come over here to some saturation. I'm going to bring that up just a touch and my vibrance up a touch because I want it to be bright colors. But now I've noticed there's too much yellow in this picture for me. I want it to be more white. So I can go over here to this temperature button. You can see the slider will bring it more yellow, less yellow. I want less yellow. So I'm bringing it down just a touch, okay? And then actually this could be a little bit brighter. And I'm going to have some clarity here to make my jingle teague tingle stick out. And I'm going to sharpen this just a touch. There we go. Okay, I like the way that's looking so far. All right, so now I'm going to go back. And now I want to add a sun flare coming out of that window. So I could have made it happen in phone, but I didn't. So I'm going to add one afterwards. So the first thing I do is go over here to glow, and then you can kind of start experimenting and seeing which of the glows do you like the best. There's a pink one, there's an orange one, and then I usually just move it upwards, right? I actually think I like this white one the best, but I don't want my sun right in the middle of my picture like that, right? I want to pull it up here like this. And I'm going to put it over the window so it looks like, oh, look at all that light is leaking through kind of thing, right? That looks okay. I kind of like that one. This one I may like even better. Now you can see the little sun flare up there. Yep, I really like that. I love the way that looks. Okay, good. Now I'm going to go and put some filters over. Let's go look at what this new pop filter looks like. I don't know. I've never done it before. Oh, look at that. Vivid, pure, wanderlust. So as you click the buttons, it'll actually show you exactly the changes that it's going to do. Oh, that one's bright. Oh, I like that one. Calypso. Almond. I think I like Calypso the best because it's the least yellow. I really don't like yellow photos. I don't like yellow hair and I don't like yellow photos. All right. So this is looking good to me. So now I would just click review and save it to my feed. And now I'm ready to post it. Okay. That is how I edit a photo on my phone using Color Story. And I actually love that app. I use it for almost everything if I'm going to edit a picture on my phone. If not, I use Photoshop on my main Mac computer. Okay. So there you go. That's how I use that. If you want to know how to use the Preview app and Smart Hash, both which I use, you're going to need to get into the social media takeover and I'll walk you through the same exact way how to use those things as well. Okay. All right. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about, because we're talking about pictures, is, whoops, not that presentation. Here we go. Is that your images matter. Your images matter. How they look matters, how they're edited matters, that they're consistent matters. But you guys, good photos matter. Okay. So here's the issue is that we all know good photos matter, but not all of us have the ability to take really great photos. Okay. There are people that are way better than I am. I can do it. I'm just lazy about it. So I just don't do it that often. And so what I did was I created the LTM stock shop out of this exact problem. The problem is I want to post, I don't have a photo, I don't know how to take one, so I'm just not going to post today. So the LTM style stock shop is a subscription service where every single month we post 50 plus images for you to use on your social media feed, and you can fill it up. You can fill up your feed with those really nice, clean, beautifully taken photos that are appropriate to the time of year, or you can just fill it up with, pictures of yourself and the things that you do, and then every so often you put in a stock photo, right? The stock photos look really nice. They're eye-catching. But what they really are supposed to do is transition the viewer to your content rather than having them stop at the picture and be like, oh, that's really pretty. We're done now. We're done now. That's really pretty. I wonder what this is about kind of a thing. So if you are in that boat where you just you don't have the skill, you don't want to go take an SLR class to learn how to do it, the stock shop is there for you. You can get that at ltmstock.com. And those pictures are really beautiful. Those 3 pictures right here in this little slide are from the LTM stock shop. Right now you're going to get 150 free images when you sign up, which I think is awesome. And you can pay in payments. So I would love to see you guys over there using these photos and making them get you some attention on your feed. Okay. The next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is bravely telling your story. Okay. So number 4 is bravely tell your story. Bravely tell your story. I want to see you guys talk about the things that you think disqualify you. Okay. The things I want you to remember are that number 1, we are all more alike than we are different. Okay. We are all more alike than we are different. We have it in our head that people are so different and you're not going to be for everybody. But the truth is all of the things that you've gone through, all of the stuff, the decisions that you made, good, bad, ugly, things that happened to you, the things that you play on repeat in your head, the things you regret, the mistakes that you've made, the failures that you've had, the heartbreak that you've gone through. Those are the things that actually connect us. And you guys, our tribes are so much more like us than they are different. In my talks, I always have people stand up if they do now or have in the past hate their body. And you guys, almost every single person in that room stands up. And yet there are so many of us that would raise our hand and say, I let how I look hold me back from posting, right? I let how I look hold me back from posting on my own feed about me because I'm not confident in my body. And the truth is, I'm not confident in my body. I don't want to stand here in front of you guys. Like looking at videos of me is hard. I don't like the way that I look every day. So I sometimes will let that hold me back from actually posting the thing, right? And we cannot do that because we're all suffering from these body image issues. We're all in the same boat. And if I just go first and say, I really didn't want to post this today, but XYZ, these are the things that actually connect us. These are the things that connect a tribe, okay? Flawless is not a thing. A lot of people think flawless is a deal, right? You know that person. You follow their social media feed and their children are always angelic and their house is always perfect and their hair is like inexplicably done without having to make it look like it's really done. It's like perfectly undone, right? You know they worked really hard at that, but that never shows on social media. That is not real. None of that is real. Everyone has issues. Everyone has crap. Everyone's house is messy at one time, okay? That's just the truth. Flawless is not a thing. Imperfections will create your tribe if you let it. If you go ahead and say the thing that you think is so embarrassing, the thing that you think is the thing that disqualifies you from being liked or being a leader or being an entrepreneur or seeing success, if you go ahead and say that thing, I promise there are other people that will say, me too. Me too. And when you can get your tribe to say me too, that's when you have gotten them to be a part of your life. That's when they're connected to you in a really real way. So then when you say stuff like, hey guys, I want you to try this class with me, they'll do it because they know you. I like you, you like me, we are alike, right? They're going to trust that what you're telling them is the best thing for them because you've gone first and said the thing that was really, really hard. And it may give them the courage to also be brave and tell their story. And this is how we change the landscape of social media. We change it by going first. You must go first, okay? All right, so bravely tell your story. Number 5, be consistent. I know we talked a little bit about this in the very beginning. Consistency of posting is so important. You need to be there every day. And it's not because, you need to be there every single day selling your product. You just need to be in your feed. Something that you post needs to be there every single day. And you guys, I'm not nailing this. I'm going to try to nail it in 2019. But this year I failed miserably. I did not get ahead of batching my social media. And therefore it kind of all falls apart in the morning when I'm like, I don't know what to say. And so I'm just not going to, right? And so I'm going to do that. But consistency is so important. I know that I'll get more viewers every single post if I just stay consistent in posting. How many times have you guys gone to buy a product and then didn't do it? Didn't check out for whatever reason. You forgot, you left it, something distracted you, something happened. You forgot. Totally off your radar, right? You are not on everyone's radar all the time. We always just think people are thinking about us, but they're not. They're doing their own thing. So the next day you see a post of theirs come up that is not connected to the thing that you wanted to buy, but it just reminded you, oh my gosh, you forgot to check out. You forgot to check out, go do that. You want that kind of a thing. That is what we need. We need that kind of consistency so that when someone says, I want to try that product or I want to use this service, but then they didn't check out, you just being in their feed the next day is actually going to help them remember, oh yeah, I want to do that. Okay. So be consistent, 5 times a week posting, a few stories every single day. And yes, we do want to know. So many times people say, I don't have anything interesting to talk about. Nobody wants to see pictures of my lunch every day. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We want that. We want to connect with each other on the behind the scenes of our lives. So we feel like we're doing life together, right? When I post stuff that's just like normal every day, people want to see that. Now they know another little tidbit about me and that connects us further. So be consistent. If you need a couple of free prompts, you can get that from my website, lindsaytm.com/freebies. We'll bring you to two 30 days of social media, and it will give you some prompts there. But if you want all 365, that's in the social media takeover course. Okay. And finally, number 6, understand your customer. Who are they? What do they need? What are their struggles? What's in it for them? What's the with them? Okay. So, the WIFM is what's in it for me. Okay. So your customer is always going to ask before, like this is totally subconscious. They're going to ask themselves before they read something, what is in it for me to read this? What is in it for me to watch this? All of you guys, before you started this, said, what is in it for me to watch this? So I made it a catchy title. I put myself in the front so that you could see my face. We're doing it in a group where you guys have all volunteered to be a part of it. And you know that because of my history, I'm going to try to give you the best content that I can. I want you guys to walk away from here with something you can do and use right now. Okay. And so you've asked yourself, what's in it for me? And because there was something in it for you, you sat through this class, right? Your customers are going to be asking the same thing. So your posts cannot always be about you. It's great that you have kids and a dog. I don't want to see 700 pictures in a row of your kids and your dog. There's nothing in there for me. That's like someone saying, hey, why don't you come over and look at our vacation slides? Okay. I'm over it after slide 3, right? Because I wasn't there. I don't know all of that. I think your kids are so cute. So show me a couple of pictures. I think your dog is the cutest thing in the world. Show me a couple of pictures, but don't show me a picture every day of that, right? I need pictures every day of what you're actually doing, who you are, what you like, the things that connect us, those kind of things. So understand your customer and realize that everything that you write, there needs to be a WIFM. Why would someone read this today? Okay. And part of it may be to get to know you, but it also may be they want to be entertained, or they want to learn something that day, or they want to cry with you, or they just want to know that they're not alone in whatever really bad thing that they're going through or that you're going through. Those things will help you connect and understand your customer better. So ask yourself the question, what's in it for the customer for me to write this today? Okay. Finally, this is it. I want to be your friend. Let's be friends. So you can find me anywhere on the web. If you cannot find me, you're not looking. Okay. If you Google me, you will find me. I'd love to see you on Instagram. That's where I am the most. But you can get me on my website. You can get me at my book, gettingnoticedbook.com. I've got a podcast called the Boss Up Podcast. I'd love to see you guys listen to the Stock Shop, the Box, and then this Facebook group that I have. That's the Boss Up community. And I'd love to see you guys in there as well. It's free. So I will tell you guys one more time that the social media takeover is available for early bird pricing right now at $80. It will go up to $100 after this week, and it will stay there. And it will open on January the 14th. So January 14th, be ready to batch your 2019 and get ready to actually do some work in 2019. That's my goal, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for your time. I'm so excited to see what you guys do with all of this. Talk to you later.